Alright, what's going on, Agent? So, last we left off, we were just discussing the news ticker. Obviously, you went ahead and figured out pretty much the menu. I'm glad you did that. And you figured out also the jQuery slider. That's cool. That's great. Makes it easier for me. So, at least you actually understand more of it now. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the menu really quick. So under the menu, go down to the bottom. We'll go underneath the forums section because that's pretty much where you can edit it. So let's go underneath general discussion section. So this is the whole general discussion section. If you want to change the header text, just basically change this right here, and then this text, when you click on it, it will take you to this link right here. So whatever link, like if you want to link this to a YouTube video or something like that, or link this to a specific forum section, just change this link right here, and then when you click on general discussion, it will take you to that specific link right here. So now obviously all of this is the description text to give you like a brief preview of like where it will take you, obviously. And then this right here, all of this is basically this more info section right here, like this little button. So if you didn't click on this, you can always click on this and it'll take you to the same area or same link as you would click on the header. And you can just change that by changing the link right here. So just make sure that the links are the same for the division or the sections, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and if you just want to add more lists, just copy and paste, and then you'll run into a problem because of the styling. So just if you're gonna add another like item to the menu, like a donate something, donate today button or something like that, or like I don't know, like live chat button, tell me so I could fix the styling. If you're really interested and you learn CSS over like the next week, then obviously I'll actually make a video of how to change the styling. But for now, you can just edit just the HTML content for now. So if we just exit out of this, let's go into the jQuery slider. I'll try and make this quick, but it probably won't be. So of course the top parts, the CSS, is the styling, how it looks. So well, let's go ahead and use your file browser slide. So all that's selected right now, all that's highlighted, is actually the just one slide. Obviously you figured it out. You got the thumbnail section right here. This is the title for the preview text, and then this is the description for the preview box also. And then the thumbnail is obviously these little pictures right here that give you a little preview of the actual slide. So I actually advise you, or it'd be smarter if you don't upload it to TinyPic or any other picture hosting site, because I've had it where I've actually uploaded pictures to like TinyPic or something else, and since if you obviously have an account, it probably will stay, but after a while, maybe after like 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months, I don't know how long it is, they do end up like deleting the picture just to save them some bandwidth and also some storage for the that can be used for other pictures. So I advise you to actually, if you're going to be uploading pictures to be used in the slider, just upload them under the file section. You can make a new folder. You can just name it like slider folder, and then just like place all the go ahead and place all the pictures in there and just link it into here. So That way, if let's say if TinyPic fails or crashes and all the pictures that you had were there, they went down the drain along with the site. It's better just to have it hosted off your own site, so you don't have to depend on TinyPic not having to fail and crash. So that's my advice. So let's move along. Basically, it's always gonna be like this. The first anchor tag will always be the link to the picture. Then the second anchor tag will always be the actual link when you click on the picture. So if we go, for example, if we go to the file browser slide, we click on it, it will take us to the official Halo file browser section. Now let's say, if you haven't noticed, when we click on this picture, it opens up in a new tab. Let's say you don't want that to happen. You actually want the current tab that you're in to actually change to the link. You can do this by basically deleting this under the link section. Just deleting target equals underscore blank. Delete that. Save the changes. Go ahead and refresh. Let's refresh. I'll show you. And if we go to the file browser section, if we click on it, it actually will take us. Our current tab will be taken to the link. So let's say, for example, the file browser. Let's say you kind of want to move this text. You want to move it down here, or maybe to the right. We can actually edit that. If we come back into here to the file browser slide, this right here, this div style equals top, left, width, height. All of this right here is this description box right there. So if we were to, for example, if we were to set the top to 233 and we'll set the left to 10, well actually we'll set it to 15, we'll set the width to 600, we'll set height to just auto. We save the changes, we refresh, go under the file browser again. As you can see, it kind of moves it down. Just be aware that you might have to play around with it. As you can see, it kind of cuts off. Let's go back there one more. It kind of cuts off. So since it cuts off like that, we can just move it. We can remove, we'll set it to, maybe let's set it to 220. Let's see how that works out. Right there. Yeah, and there we go. See, now it's properly aligned. So let's say you actually want it to be across this whole picture. What we can do is actually just change the width. If we change the width to 750, set the left to 0 pixels, we save that, and we go to the file browser. There you go. It will go all the way across, and then as you can see, there's a little space that's not actually covered by the text. So all you have to do really is just set it to, let's say, I think 230 would probably be the best. So you just kind of have to play around where the description box will be set. You can change it any way you want it to. You could change it from the bottom to the top right, to basically the whole screen if you want to, but I don't see why you would do that. Or you can actually, if you don't want a description box, just come into here, select the whole div, delete it, save the changes, if we refresh, and then you come, where was it? It was right here. If it comes up to the same slide, as you can see, there's no description box. And that's pretty much it. Let's just do this. Actually, we'll set it like that. Set this like 224. And then there's also other stuff that you can change. If you come into files, oops, let's go back one. We'll just use this. Yeah, we're already here. So if you come into files under Forger's Index, you go to slider content. You'll see all of this right here. If you double click this preview.js, JS stands for JavaScript, and if you just select all of it, just copy. I have Dreamweaver, but you can also use Notepad or Notepad++ to edit this. It's the same thing. Just remember, if you're using Notepad, for example, if you do use Notepad and you paste all the text in and whatnot, and you save it as a desktop, you save it to like we'll just save as test, or actually we'll save it like that, and we save it. Just remember that if you use Notepad, this is it right here, it will save as Forger's Index test.txt, standing for text. So all you have to do is just rename it and delete the extension file, or yeah, clear the extension file and just put .js, hit enter, click yes, and then now it becomes a JavaScript file. And basically all you have to do is just upload it. That's only if you use Notepad. If you do use like Dreamweaver, C++, you can obviously select the new, go to JavaScript file, and then you can save it there, and it will already have the extension set. So let's go ahead and go in Dreamweaver. Alright, so I'm gonna save this. The cool thing about Engine is whatever you upload, if you re-upload it, it will always have the same link. So if I were to edit the JavaScript for the slider, if I were to change things around and I just re-upload it, I don't have to go ahead, copy this, go back into the module, and then find the exact line where it's where the JavaScript is linked to, and then repaste it. I don't have to do that because it has the same link. So all you have to do is just edit whatever you like, go back in here, re-upload it, and then just refresh your page, and you'll see the changes take place. For example, as you can see, I was messing around with this. I was actually I recorded one earlier, but I kind of messed up. So we're gonna set this back to default to the right side, and we're gonna set it to where we'll mess around with it. So let's come in here. So I'll explain these one by one. I'll mess around with it here and there. So screen width, don't play around with the screen width, because that's set to the max width for the page section under Engine. The screen height is 300. I think 300 is pretty good height size. I don't see why not. I mean, it's up to you if you want to make it smaller or bigger, but right now it seems a pretty good size. Item width is this right here. This is 250 pixels total. This items right here. So if we increased it to like 100, if we decreased it to like 100, it'd only be 100 wide. Let's go back in here. Item height, this is basically how tall the item is. So for the file browser, this is 75 pixels total, this thumbnail, and this one's 75 pixels total thumbnail. If we item display, keep it at 4. I wouldn't change it because there's no need to, really. I think 4 is a good number. So basically what item display means is that when you start the screen, there will always be 4 items displayed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 items displayed at one time. list align left, meaning that this list is aligned to the left. So let's go ahead and change that. We'll align it back to the right this time. And then scroll type, mouse move. This is basically if you hover over the top, it'll move. There's some options, like there's other options where it actually you'll have an arrow and you have to hover over the arrow in order to move up and down. I prefer this way just because it's more responsive. Delay, auto start is basically when we enter the Forgers Index site. You see how it already will autoplay. It's already set to autoplay, so we'll just keep, cycling through the pictures. Delay is how long the picture is displayed. Transition is the transitions from one picture to another. I set it to random right now, just so you can see. So as you can see, it's all random. You got like a vertical stripe, vertical stripe from right to left, and you got some, another vertical stripe. It's just all random. You got boxes, this boxes transition. Then you can also set it. You can also set it to other transitions, like fade, and you can just set it to none. Oops. None meaning there's no transitions, it'll automatically just go to the next picture. There's no transition in between. But we'll just leave it. We'll set it to fade for now. Oh, we'll do that afterwards. Transition speed is how fast the transition will be. So it basically will take 8 milliseconds for this to transition. And then display play button. This is the display button right here. So if we set that to false, right, and then display timer or display number. Actually, this is what we were talking about. False. A display number is basically 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5 right here. What slide you're on. We'll display that to false. If we set the timer to false too, you see this little blue timer right here that's going across the bottom of the slider. If we set that to false, it'll get rid of it. It won't display it. It'll just change after 7 seconds or so after displaying the picture. So if we set that to false and we display arrow to true and display scroll bar to true, basically the scroll bar is, you see how I hover when I am moving over the list. As you can see, there's a little black line, this little black scroll bar that comes along. I prefer to leave it on just so I know like when I'm getting to the top or when I'm getting to the bottom. So we'll just leave that true. Display thumb, set that to true. If we display the scroll bar, we'll set that true. Pause mouse over, meaning if it's playing and I hover over the picture, the timer right here at the bottom will stop. Like, it pretty much will stop, and then when I hover out, it'll keep going. So, for example, we'll set the timer to true so you'll be able to see the pause mouse over. Set that to true. Control panel, we'll set that to true. Text mouse over. The control panel mouse over is basically, this is the control panel right here. So when I hover over it, this will come into view. When I hover out, it will disappear. Text effect is basically this little description box. You see how it fades in? You can also set it to where it will like drop down or slide in from the right, slide in from the left, depending on where it's positioned. All these effects and like transitions, I'll send you a whole list of what you can change it to, and then obviously like this block size and all these numbers you can mess around however you want to. And then shuffle, or actually Yes, control panel align to is on the right side. So if I put it LR, it'll be aligned right here. It's aligned right there since it's on the right. Timer line is on the bottom, meaning this timer is going to be displayed on the bottom. You can set it to the top, but I prefer the bottom. Move 1 is false. Auto adjust is true, meaning it will adjust however you'll auto adjust. Shuffle is true, meaning if you haven't noticed, all these lists are randomly mixed or shuffled. So let's say Electrona map spotlight, this is in a number 4 position. So if we refresh the page, you know, it's still in number 4 position, but let's go ahead and refresh again. There you go, now it's number 1 position. If we refresh again, still number 1 position. Refresh again, oh, still number 1. Wow. There you go, now it moves down to the 5th position. So it'll just be randomly shuffled here and there, just so it's not boring all the time, not the same, you know, thing all the time. And that's pretty much it. Along with everything else, I'll send you a you know, text of things that you can change. You can change the scroll type, the lists align, the transitionings, and then obviously this is false or true, and that's pretty much it. Text effects also. So I mean, let's see if this will work, or should work. I hope. So let's go ahead and save this to our desktop. I'll save as. Do we have something already? Oh, we do. Oh, this is from the other. Alright, so let's go into files, and then let's delete the preview.js, and let's go to slider content. Let's add, and preview.js. Okay, let's see, refresh. Hope it works. Hopefully. There you go. So now, as you can see, we aligned it to the right side. The list is on the right side, and basically I think that's all we did, right? Oh, we also changed the transitioning to fade, so there's no random. It's always fade. And then also we got rid of the control panel, and also got rid of the timer at the bottom. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Sorry if this took a long time. I just want to make sure I got I explained everything thoroughly. So yeah, alright, thanks.